Hey, Demonstro here, and today I'm going to draw a finished illustration. So, my cousin challenged me to draw a building, and well, the first thing that came to mind uh, was the tomb of the long forgotten goddess. So, yeah, the first thing that actually came to mind when he said building was kind of a skyscraper, a house, or something like that. But that wasn't inspiring me at all. I wanted to draw something that fantastical, ethereal, whimsical. So yeah, went for something a little different. A tomb with the statue of the goddess on top. Now, I also wanted to apologize for not posting anything for the past 2 weeks. Uh, yeah, last week I was pretty busy. I had family at home, including the cousin that challenged me, and yeah, I needed to entertain them, I guess. And I barely had any time to open up my computer, let alone record an audio and edit a video. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm back now, and I'm gonna try to be consistent, and I feel like I'm saying this every video. Anyway, you can see my sketch of what I was talking about, like the tomb and the statue. And well, it's gonna be in the middle of the forest with moss and stuff. Like I want it to look completely forgotten and abandoned. Now, since I want this to be fantastical, ethereal, whimsical, like I said, there is no way in hell I'm gonna make those trees look like normal trees, like brown and green. They are gonna be purple and teal. Because why not? I can, and I will, and I did actually. So yeah, the color scheme is gonna be purple and teal and a little bit of blue. And I'm gonna add some gold accents because, as I said in previous video, I like to add a little contrasts in color, like using mainly cold colors, and I did adding some warmth. This is my usual go-to. So yeah. I don't do any line art for the background because I'm lazy. This is I also say every video, but yeah, it would have taken some time, and well, I have brushes specially made for foliage on grass, so I used them. Then I add some more purple. I don't know, it looks more ethereal, I think. So yeah, the background is in place, so I hide it, and I start the line art for the building, which is actually a pretty simple building. I can draw complex buildings. I don't do well with straight lines. So yeah, and then I line out the statue on top also, and yeah, I don't add any pupil or iris to a eye to make it look like an actual statue. And then, well, the cloth draping from her arms kind of looks stiff. At first it wasn't intentional, not gonna lie, but when I realized it I was like, makes it look more like a statue, so that's fine. And well, I guess it's just not Michelangelo who did it. So yeah, looks like a statue to me, and well, the way I color it is supposed to help too. So yeah, I have my line art done, and now I can start adding some color to the foreground after fixing some little details. So yeah, purple trunks, they're actually getting darker the more to the front they are, to make it look like there's some depth to the forest. And then here's blue I was talking about for the statue and the building. Pretty cold blue and desaturated. Then I add a little bird on the finger of the goddess, and this is gonna be my gold accent. And I draw it without a sketch beneath it, and it looks cute. I'm proud of myself, okay? Yeah, now that the flat colors are in place, I can start adding some shading and details to the building, like brick texture, which is harder than it looks. Like, I can draw straight lines, but this looks so flat. And yeah, I don't know how to draw buildings. This was a challenge for me. But yeah, I had some texture, trying to make it look like a building. Some brick texture that I downloaded from the asset library for a previous video. Like, it's not very visible in the end, but it adds some intricacy. And then I thought there should be a frame to the door. This is still the tomb of a goddess, even if it's forgotten. So we need some intricacy and ornamentation. So a little frame, and then some gold beads on the door, like bolts and the handles thing. And then I wanted the door to look like half of it is open. And I don't know how to do that. So I basically added more shadow and trying to add some perspective to the door. Not sure it worked. Maybe because I didn't think too much about the perspective of this drawing. As I said, I don't like straight lines. I don't like buildings. Anyway, I'm trying to add some ornamentation to the roof. This is supposed to be pools, I think. I once again downloaded from the asset library of Clip Studio Paint, and I just like the shapes. So I changed the color, and yeah, it actually adds some sophistication to the building, makes it more befitting of a goddess, I guess. And yeah, that's it for the building in itself. Now I'm on to shading the statue. So as I said, it's only gonna be one color because it needs to look like it's all made of the same material, I guess. And maybe granite. Looks like granite to me. But yeah, one color wasn't enough. I needed some more gold in the picture. So I took the color of the bird, I did it in her eye, the crown, the belt, and the bracelet thing on her arm. And yeah, that adds some contrast. And that's what I was going for. Then I changed the color of the line art so it wouldn't be as harsh. And well, looks more supernatural that way. Now that I'm done with the building, I can add the details to the foreground, to the tree trunks, adding some shadow highlights. And then I need to add some more foliage and some bushes. Once again using the brushes that Clip Studio Paint has in stock, I guess. And yeah, the two trees and the bushes and foliage to the foreground help to frame the picture. And I really like to do that, adding some stuff to the edges, or at least at the very end adding some shadows to the corners, and yeah, to truly pull the eye to the center, which is the statue and the little bird that I am now adding some purple to add more of the actual color scheme into it. Oh my god, it's so cute. It really is very cute. I never drew birds before, I think. At least not on my computer. So yeah, all the main elements are in place and shaded and textured, but I mentioned moss at the beginning of the video, so I am now adding it with a cloud brush. Like, I'm using what I find, and there was a cloud brush that kinda looked like moss from afar. So I added it, and tweaked it, adding some kind of shadow where I wanted it and highlights too. And then I wanted it to look like there was something coming out of the door, like some dark entity or something. Like the goddess is actually wants to get her revenge because she was forgotten. Maybe she was killed in a traumatizing way, and well, she's not happy about it. The bird can be her familiar, who is gonna help her, or maybe it's something that's gonna stop her. I don't know. Maybe she's a bad goddess. Who knows? I'm adding some gold specks everywhere, and some gold highlights too, to add some warmth to the picture and truly add the gold in the color scheme of the trays and stuff. And well, it looks very good like this, I think. Better than it used to. So yeah, the little bird is shining now. Then I just sign it and the picture is done. And yeah, that's building for you. Thank you for watching. If you have any challenge for me, you can leave them in the comments below. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video.